Hey, it's SNA Assassinators. This time was very worse. Like, I understand why he cut out on that second streaming, but none of that matters now. Like, I'm almost done anyways. Hopefully, this will be the last time I will be making a like an extra stream on tonight's review. But but yeah, as what I was saying, this was like we got Javon Evans zeroing up on the top rope in the upper left side. Hits a bouncy crossbody with Booker T hilariously saying Javon Evans' catchphrase, bouncy. And I was like, I was dying with laughter. I was like, what? Like, it's been weeks the last time I saw Booker T was absolutely comedic, which I give them the Goofy Wrestling of the Night award as well. But yeah, this is where we got Javon Evans to try to go for a springboard bouncy cutter, but it still kick out. But this time, like a couple of seconds a couple seconds late. A couple inches away from the last time. Well, before we got into that, this is where we got the Glasgow shoulder tackle, I guess you could say. It's sending what's his name right into the corner, Javon Evans, but he kicked out at 2.999999999. Double might as well going away from being 3. He tried to go for a second attempt, like you know the rules in professional wrestling. If you go for if you already hit the first attempt, like then it's not going to be a guaranteed. 9 times out of 10, when he try to go for a second attempt, especially right away, this is where he gets super kicked right into the face by Javon Evans. He gets hit with a cutter. Oh no, he already hit the cutter. What I'm talking about, I already talked about that. This is where we got Javon Evans that hit a super kick. He was getting distracted by the meddling. By the meddling, by the meddling Gallus boys is where we got him trying to grab onto his leg when he tried to hit him. Here's where they try to go for a distraction. This is where he sent their brother out there. This is where he goes up on the top rope, hit the swanton kind of dive, like one of his wrestling idols, the charismatic Enigma, in Brother Nero, which we could possibly see very soon. What I just said right now, but this is where we got Javon Evans throwing what's his name? Throwing Joe Coffey right back in the ring. This is where we got but yeah, this is where we got the Wolfgang was trying to distract the referee, but he gets knocked right over out of the ring by Javon Evans. This is where the referee was distracted by that. This is where we got what's his name trying again? And if he did hit the bouncy body, I'm not sure if it's actually called that. But I'm just coming up with it. But I get the hybrid of Javon Evans' catchphrase and the generic crossbody splash. But yeah, he hits the bouncy body, but not onto Joe Coffey. But even if he did, he would have been double lucky, and he must have found the double whammy card that he would hit onto Joe. But his little brother sacrificed himself, Mark Coffey, so he could get the win, and this helped him out a lot because Joe Coffey got back up, went to the right side, hit a discus clothesline onto Javon Evans, 1, 2, 3, winner of this match in this very fantastic contest by these two. And these guys are so underrated. Like, they hardly do wrestle in the spot like this, like in the main event. Even though it's not exactly the main event, because the real main show, thank you so much, Kaizen, was the Joe Hendry concert, which we're going to get into right now. But before we got into that, this is where we got Tony D'Angelo finally making his way to the okay. All right, no problem.
How do you like it?
I love it. It's scrumptious.
Yeah, it's so good.
I like to use some fresh fruit to make these.
Yeah.
But anyways, Assassinator, here's what we got. Tony D'Angelo finally making his way. It's what he asked for a table to one of his waiters, just where he was like, "Oh well, it's already been taken." What Tony D'Angelo was like, "What do you mean it's already taken?" Like, he's like, it's by a very tall guy that has the championship belt with him. That's where the description sounds very. The description that the waiter described the guy sounds very familiar. And I was like it cannot be He gotta be the guy that D'Angelo's been beefing with from the last couple of weeks. And it was none other than the guy that I told D'Angelo became the first ever guy to pick him up and slam him right off his feet. And it was the reigning, defending North American champion Obafemi. I was in a very nice, clean suit, and then this is where we got. This is where Obafemi start devastated. It's where Tony D'Angelo's like, oh, like you got some balls, like Mr. Femi, like of coming in my restaurant uninvited, like and like you think you're all powerful, mean, and dominant to the point that you can just invite yourself to every single place that you step into, like and make somebody do something that they don't want to do. And like you're that kind of guy, and I do admire that. And this is where Obafemi's like, oh Tony, like you don't have to compliment me, like and like. And the only person that will be complimenting like y'all is yourself because you're the down of NXT. And it's like you tell me what, like you're just a super important and powerful man. Like for me, like I'm the ruler of NXT. Like so, I don't need your exceptions. Like one thing that I do not accept, is respect. Like that's it, respect. And like the one thing he said. He actually said the one thing for sure that I don't accept is disrespect. I'm gonna say my apologies. Pardon me a second. It was Tony D'Angelo yeah, I gotta admit, like we are alike. Like I don't take no disrespect as well, Mr. Femi. Like, you got a minute. You interrupt me those past couple of times. Like you walking past me right in front of me, cutting them in front and like in backstage or in the ring area. Like you don't think I didn't got the message of all that? Like you're coming into my place, like and scaring all these people, just because of your appearance. Like, let's just get straight to the point. Like we can come in here and talk this out like men, or like we can keep running around like and tussle it out outside of the restaurant. And then Obafemi's like you're like oh, okay, like I like the second option better, but like. He's like, I could just slam you right into this table right in front of these innocent bystanders right here that with all these harmless people, but I'm not going to do that. Like I'm gonna wait till the Sunday to save my energy. This is where Tony D'Angelo got up right up in front of Obafemi. This is where then Tony D'Angelo's like, oh, but like this was an edible, like the Don versus the ruler, like, and I'll give you your due. Like that's only if like if you can beat me this Sunday, like and I can see that you're gonna have one hell of a run. Like and at Mercy, just like last week, like I'm gonna show everybody like that you are like mortal. And this where then Obafemi was like, oh please, like I showed that plenty of times before. You just got lucky, like you caught me off guard. Like, but this Sunday is gonna be totally different from then. Like, and like. And he's like, and I can make examples all day, but I'm just going to keep this short and sweet and to the point. Like many have tried, and they said the exact same thing what you said, Mr. D'Angelo, but they all failed. And you are no different. And this is where then he walk out of the restaurant, and this is where then we got Joe Hendry heading out to the ring in the concert. And I believe like I made a mistake of giving everybody these goofy wrestling awards. Maybe they tied with Mr. Joe Hendry, but he's the most goofiest and the hilarious wrestler of the night for sure. He's definitely going home with the triple golden trophy that I have, especially for the Scottish Joe himself. But let's let's talk about Let's talk about what Joe Hendry onto this concert he had, like with what he said, like give like on this concert, like singing like Ethan suck, believe in Joe, Ethan wears these strange clothes or something like that. And, but before he got into singing that, that he's like, I got something to say to the champ, like, and I got, and then it's something I don't want to show you, like, and while strumming on the guitar, like, I would, how'd he stay in shape? This costumes in his bedroom, like, and there's figures on the shelves in his house. But he's most excited when he's playing with himself. I was dying when he said this. I'm like, dang, like, and that must be true because all he think about is himself. And this word, then he start repeating singing the song like he said, like Ethan sucks. Like, believe in Joe. Ethan could put on some clothes, and it's some basic rhyming, but it sounds pretty hilariously phenomenal. Like the way he sings, he has the voice, he has the character, like he has it all. Like from singing the song alone, I was like, if he wasn't a wrestler, I'll be asking like you should be considering of being in the music industry, and you already thought that this guy right here will listen to his songs. Like I'm already listening to the "I Believe in Joe Hendry" theme song of his, like from the last couple weeks. Even though it's not as much as I normally do with other songs I listen to, like including in wrestling, but like it's a song that I would listen to every once in a while. Like when it comes to listening to so many songs, and before he can even finish the song while singing, like Ethan sucks, like believe in Joe. And this is where Ethan Page started coming out. He's like Joe, and before he can even talk on the microphone, this is where fans start chanting the song, singing the song along, like Ethan sucks, believe in Joe. And he's like, shut the hell up. This was so hilarious. Yeah, the most entertaining and hilarious segment of the night, and this is where we got. He's like sing along with Joe is over, and yeah, he barked right back at the fans. This is where then he's like, "It's all your fault, Joe. Like, he's like, if it wasn't for you, like, I don't have to be listening to you." And this is where he's like, and ignored him, Joe, like, and listen to me, like. And this where it's like, I am your NXT champion. Like, who do you think you are, Joe Hendry, with this stupid concert you got it on? Like, and you're trying to embarrass me, huh? On the road to our match. Like, isn't that right? And this where then he's like, so what? Like, I'm gonna entertain all these people in the room and watching on TV right now. Are you trying to do like you trying to tell everybody like you with those incriminating photos that you show that you didn't got my consent of posting onto that you're showing to the whole entire public to see, like right in front of my very eyes is where then. This is where the fans wouldn't stop singing the song. Ethan sucks and believe in Joe, and Ethan wears clothes or something like that. And that's where Ethan Page is like, but I'm the champion. He's like, and I am the champion of this company. And show me some damn respect to the fans. Like stop singing that godforsaken song. And he's like, and I know what's best for these people. Like, even though they're singing this really rude and garbage song that you made them start singing, and that's very obnoxious, it makes me want to hurl like up right now. He's like, but what's best, like, from these people, Joe, like, it's keeping you out of NXT, like in a way from my NXT title, because it's just making me more motivated of doing that this Sunday. And he's like, and I promise you at No Mercy, like, and before he can even make a promise of what exactly he's going to do, this is where he got interrupted by the GM herself, Ava. This was like, this where it's what's all the fuss about you, Ethan? Like, you should be thankful that Ethan Page gave you this awesome gift of a song about you. Like, I wish Joe could do that for me, like, to be honest. And this is where she was like, but that's not the reason why I'm out here. What I'm out here is because I heard that you have some problems with referees and like as of late, and then and trying and today that they cannot count the pinfall correctly. Like, well, I got a special guest referee right here, and he's ladies and gentlemen, let me proudly introduce who exactly it is, and then And then, yeah, and we heard his theme music start playing, and we all know who exactly is going to be the special guest referee. And it's the man that formerly held the NXT champion. As a matter of fact, he's the same guy that Ethan Page dethroned in order to be the top prize of the developmental brand of WWE, and it's Trick Williams with his styling in his version of the Shawn Michaels inspired referee gear when he was the special guest referee in the match against which was which was like a Shawn Michaels inspired gear, like when he was a special guest referee in that match with The Rock and Triple H back like over 25 years ago. I think it's like maybe it's definitely over 25 years ago, but you get the point right now. But yeah, and Trick Williams came out with it. This is where Joe Hendry then clocked him out with one good punch. Like after the fans started chanting, "Whoop that Trick." This is where then he went for the cover. This is where Trick Williams hilariously count the cover like 1, 2, 3, and nobody just cannot give our boy the all ego Ethan Page a break of pretending to pin him, to make a statement that they're gonna beat him for the NXT championship. But the sad thing is, much as I like to see Joe Hendry becomes NXT champion, like I'm not sure if we'll be at this Sunday. Like maybe it could be down the line, like because one, Ethan Page just won that championship from Trick Williams a couple months ago, and WWE was starting to trying to have him have a lengthy reign, and then a lengthy reign like double times what he have already. And so yeah, I think he's gonna have like a few more reigns with that title, and maybe we can see in the future, like at the end of this year or beginning of next year, we can see Joe Hendry could finally win, maybe even be it under a WWE contract. But yeah, this is where we got Trick Williams then passed off the NXT title that Ethan Page dropped on the side, and he's like, "Look at our future NXT champion, the man that we believe, and his name is Joe Hendry." And this is where Joe Hendry then did the side by side of the championship, like doing this little wave dance of the "I believe in Joe Hendry." But this is where we got Pete Dunne watching from afar, like right up on the stage. He was like, "Trick, this isn't over yet," and and enough with these childish games that you're playing with Joe. Like, and I don't think you're gonna be making it next Tuesday in our next encounter. And yeah, and he's threatening him like that. Like, some just tells me that he's going to be a reason why Joe Hendry could not possibly win the NXT championship. But we're gonna get into that just right now. But first, I better give the how much I would rank NXT right now. I would give it like 4 stars out of 5, I guess. Yeah. Okay, here you go, baby. Okay, here you go.
You got 2 left.
Uncle SNA sure did. But anyways, we got.
I got 5.
But yeah, I would give NXT like 4 stars. Not too exciting, but at the same time, it was pretty entertaining. And it did what they needed to do for NXT go home a go home edition of their show. And yeah, we're gonna start off on the predictions video. With I'll say with Wesley versus Zachary Wentz. I was low key thinking that it could be Wesley could win. But then again, I think it's gonna be the underdog Zachary Wentz. I think he's gonna get some redemption, and this is the perfect way to do it. With him finally showing that he's better than his teammate. And he did so by beating him in his own game, again in his own home field of NXT. And then this is where he's at. Like, he belongs here. Like, even though he's under a TNA contract. That does not matter when it comes to him being being the star in his own rights. Well, it was all thanks to the tag team run he had with Wesley, but he could show whether if he stays on TNA or moves right back to WWE, he could show that he's more than just a tag team, and he can have some single success as well. So yeah. my final prediction is Zachary Wentz. Like, and it'll probably be like all thanks to the help of Trey Miguel as well. Like if Wesley tried to do something dirty or tricky, but only for him to get denied by Trey Miguel, because Zachary Wentz is not the only rascal member that he attacked when he turned on him, which he did the same with Trey once. Like when he super kicked him, like which we thought it was going to be Zachary Wentz and Trey Miguel that's going to turn on him, but it made more sense that Wes Lee did it because like he said like with him saying like he realized he didn't needed them, like where they were at when he actually did need them the most, but it did not matter because he managed to find a way and get the and finally capitalized and got some single success, even winning the North American Championship, almost becoming the longest reigning champion. But yeah. We're gonna see you could see that happening. But next up, we got Kalani Jordan taking on what's her name, Wendy Chu, which this is gonna be a very intriguing contest as well. Like with Kalani Jordan having another obstacle to go to see if she's still a fighting champion, which I still think she is. Like it's gonna be an easy one right here, even though it's not gonna be easy for her defeating Wendy Chu. This is gonna be a tough task to do. Like it may look like Wendy Chu could win at the end of the match, but only for Kalani Jordan outsmarting her, hit her with the split legging moonsault, 1, 2, 3, retaining. But not only that, we could finally see the debut of someone like Stephanie Vaquer, and she'll probably will challenge her, be the next challenger for the NXT Women's North American Championship, and for the second reason, it'll probably be because they have somebody else in mind that's gonna fight either Roxanne or Jada Parker for the NXT Women's Championship, which I'm gonna get into that in just a moment. But my final prediction: Kalani Jordan retains her NXT Women's North American Championship. If Stephanie Vaquer does confronts the Women's North American Champion, I was like, man, she just cannot give like mixed African American women's wrestlers a break, like especially when they're mid card champions, like in that said company. But let me know in the comment section right down below on what's if you agree with my theory about Stephanie Vaquer. But next up, we got Nathan Frazier and Axiom taking on Chase U for their tag titles. I'll say same like with the Women's North American title. It's going to be a not like a classic, but it's going to be intriguing. Like, and it's going to be fast. Like, well, I'll say too fast. Like, not like in a squashing way, which much rather than be like. But then we could barely go. Like, we're gonna see Nathan Frazier and Axiom going Sonic the Hedgehog onto the tag team champions. Like if they're on Sonic X, like gotta go fast, doom, gotta go fast, doom, you gotta go zoom in, up, down, zigzag, left, right, left. Yeah, you get the point. All right, but one mistake is going to cost them the match, and that is like one of them hitting the other like with a super kick or a dive or splash, or like to catch them off guard. Then we can have Andre Chase or Rich Holland hit their finishing maneuvers, get the 1, 2, 3, and retain the NXT Tag Team Champion, which I think is going to be Andre Chase is going to pin like someone like Axiom, like with Nathan Frazier accidentally hitting them with one of his moves and teasing a split with these two. And not only that, like my final prediction is Chase U retaining their tag team championships. We're gonna see the long awaited return of this special and special and certain brother tag team that's legendary in this business for over 26 years. And that team is none other than Matthew Hardy and Jeffrey Nero Hardy, the Hardy brothers. Then they come out, they start playing the music like doom 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 doom. Yeah, you get the point. Like they're going to challenge them for the NXT Tag Team Championship due to the crossover of TNA and WWE. With them getting the opportunity, they would say like they want every single tag titles in WWE except for the NXT Tag Team Championship, which that'll be the primary reason why they're going after Andre Chase and Rich Holland for their titles. And and we could build things up for NXT. What's that? The month after that in October for Halloween Havoc, and then we're gonna see. And this is where we can see them. Matt and Jeff Hardy finally have their moment of winning their final tag titles from WWE before they hang up their respective boots for good, their respective extreme boots, I should say. But what's your thoughts on this? Do you think I'm going high? I do think I'm going like way high up into my expectations, or or do you think this could happen? This is a possibility. Let me know in the comment section right down below about that. Is it something that you would believe that's going to happen, like more than you do with Joe Hendry, or do you think it's I guess likely impossible this will happen? But let me know either way in the comment section right down below. Like I thought I might throw that out there, my wildest predictions. But let's move on to I'll say the men's North American Championship match, which is going to be Tony D'Angelo and Obafemi. And then if this was somebody else, Obafemi is going to easily win this. But Tony D'Angelo, he's something different. He's a totally different breed. Like, and Obafemi specifically said that he's no different. But how do he know that? Because despite him being catched off guard, he still got spine bustered by the Don of NXT, and it looks like he's ready for a title run. If it's not the NXT Championship, because that's already occupied with between Joe Hendry and All Ego Ethan Page. But yeah, I think that Obafemi will try to hit that same maneuver where if it's the F10 that made him will make Tony D'Angelo spin like a helicopter face first on the ground like he did to Wes Lee, or that pop-up powerbomb maneuver. I think, what's his name? Tony D'Angelo will kick out at the last second of 2.999. And then this is where we can see Tony D'Angelo will somehow outsmart him, and counter whatever other maneuver might hit, but and make it go backfire, hit right towards like a turnbuckle or still step or somewhere like that. Tony D'Angelo get the advantage. This is where he hits that Walla Boom spinebuster maneuver to get the 1, 2, 3. But at first he'll have some trouble doing it at first, but at the end of the match, that's when he'll get the 1, 2, 3. And my final prediction: Tony D'Angelo dethrones Obafemi and becomes the new NXT North American champion. And next up, we got Roxanne Perez taking on Jada Parker. And despite Jada Parker looking strong right here, and she had the upper hand here on the Go Home show, and she slapped the taste out of her mouth. Even though she'll probably do that again, she'll probably knock some more sense, and perhaps some respect to others into her. Because as of late, she looks like a spoiled, I'll say preteen, I guess you could say, the way you look at her in her face. And she does a pretty good job in her heel persona on that note. But yeah, despite the dominance of Jada Parker, I wouldn't have I wouldn't have booked her to lose one of her matches, which I believe was the Mi Chin, even though Mi Chin needed a win to bounce right back of, but maybe not that time. If you not wanted to lose, the second encounter, maybe you shouldn't have booked that match at all. But maybe you shouldn't have Jada Parker lose until she got into an opportunity like this. But yeah, we could see her could be this close, just a pinch away, hit her with the hypnotics, but somehow with all her remaining strength, she kicks out at 2.999, double triple nine minus 0.1. And this is where we get Jada Parker will try to hit one of her moves again, which it wouldn't be a guarantee. Won't be the hypnotic though, but it'll be a move that she already hit earlier in the match. But this is where she gets denied by Roxanne. Hits her with the pop rocks, get the 1, 2, 3. My final prediction: Roxanne Perez retains the NXT Women's Championship. And then not only that, this is where we can see a third surprise, a surprise appearance, the challenge for another NXT title, and it's none other than the other former New Japan Strong Women's Champion, Julia. And this is where she will set her she put her eyes right onto the championship. She was like, I've been waiting for about 6 months for this moment, like, and I'm finally gonna get it by facing you, Roxanne, or something like that. And then this is where we'll most likely see her could win. And do you think she's going to dethrone Roxanne Perez? And if so, do you think it's going to be at a Great American Bash, or do you think it's going to be much sooner or much later? Yeah, let me know anything down in the comments up on that note. But yeah, as well. But finally, last but not least, we got the NXT Championship match. The man that we all believe in, Joe Hendry, challenges the current NXT champion himself, All Ego Ethan Page, with the special guest referee being Trick Williams. And it's like, and there's some I'll say there's two predictions I have. One of them is a theory that everybody's been spreading around all over the internet, like that we could see Trick Williams could turn heel on what's his name on Joe Hendry, like by costing him the championship match by not counting the 3, and then he hits him with the what's that the trick shot. That's what it's called, the trick shot. We'll hit him with the trick shot, and then get. And then Ethan Page will not worry about too much to do, like, while capitalizing onto this matter by him hitting them with his finisher, or maybe not. Just go for the pin, 1, 2, 3 that way. But I don't think that's going to be happening, because for another reason, for one reason in particular, like, and it's an obvious one, is that he still has Pete Dunne that Pete Dunne like challenged him in a when Pete Dunne challenged him in a match to teach him another lesson, unless they're planning on turning Pete Dunne a babyface. But I don't think that's going to be happening, because on another simple fact that he's in the program with Sheamus, which Sheamus is a babyface right now, and he looks like he'll stay that way for many more months to come, even when he does become Intercontinental Champion, which I think he should be the one to dethrone Braun Breaker for that title. But it should be somewhere like at a WrestleMania or like a big event in 2025, like after Braun Breaker has a monstrous run with that title. But that's a different story for a different day. But I think that Pete Dunne's going to come in. He's going to distract Trick Williams by trying to attack him. Joe Hendry tried to help out by getting involved and sent Pete Dunne back into the locker room, only for but the thing is, this is where we get Pete Dunne. Pete Dunne will drag Trick Williams out with him. This is where they start brawling one another. There's no referee in this match. Like, anything can go. Like, we could see somebody can help out Ethan, but I don't think that could happen. I think Ethan Page could knock him out with the NXT Championship or any other weapon, which I think is going to be most likely the NXT title. He hits him with his finisher, 1, 2, 3, and winner and still your NXT champion. All Ego Ethan Page. And as like I said, as much as I would like to see Joe Hendry win, it's just that I don't think it's time. But I mean, don't get me wrong, he could prove me wrong and actually win, and I would be still happy for him genuinely. I'm just looking at how on the realistic side of the matter of what could happen. But either way, like I said, like, I do not mind, like, if he did win. Like, I'm just looking at it realistically and storyline wise, like, with them wanting to hold on to that title for a little while, until when it is time for him to be dethroned. And I think it should be Ethan Page. I mean, it should be Joe Hendry, if not Trick Williams. But let me know down in the comment section right down below about that. But that's all my predictions on who's going to be winning, and along with some surprising debuts and a return, like, as well, like on the show at the Denver hosted pay-per-view of No Mercy. And do you agree with me on these predictions, or do you have some totally different predictions of yourself that's on this Sunday's pay-per-view premium live event that you want to share? Like, and if so, please share them in the comments. And then hopefully you guys enjoyed this video, and please make sure to hit the big thumbs up button, and considering hit that subscribe and post notification bell. And for those that are subscribed to my old channel, like, this don't occur to me, y'all being subscribed, like, from that channel to this channel. You need to subscribe on this channel, because it's a totally different one under a absolute different email address. And yeah, I can. And also, make sure to check out my AEW Dynamite review video along with my wrestling news video before then, hours before, where I'm going to be talking about the wildest wrestling news stories and rumors that are very intriguing that you assassinators need to know from the, I'll say, Fightful Select article. And also, yeah, please make sure to check out my AEW Dynamite review, the post-show edition of Dynamite, where we're going to be seeing like some kind of a celebration from his latest title. I hope you assassinators have a wonderfully awesome Tuesday night, and I'll see you guys on the next video with some more SNA content. Until we meet again, Super Ninja Austin out. Y'all take care. I'll see you guys on the next video, which will be less than 24 hours from now. I appreciate your support, and please continue showing it right here in the comments and subscribing as well. For the last time, before I end this video on this note, and yeah, there's plenty more videos to come, like on the SNA brand, and not only just for wrestling, but for anything in life, like whether if it's in the sports world, whether if it's in the entertainment world, whether if it's in the I'll say the tech world, even like when it comes to even if it's like some like with the electronics, like or something like construction wise or anything you can think of right now, I'm gonna be talking about it. Like everything's gonna be all SNA brand. Like just wait and see in the foreseeable future. But in the meantime, like just stay good to yourself and stay safe and try to catch my next video. Bye bye.